Hi, this is Piers from SSW, and I'm here with Jason Taylor. And Jason, he took us through the Clean Architecture workshop on Monday and Tuesday. And how did that go, Jason?
It was great. We had a really big audience. There was almost 20 people there. And over 2 days, we showed them a hands-on approach to building enterprise applications using clean architecture. And it was so much fun. It was great to run it in person, and we always get so many interesting and sometimes challenging questions, which is great because it helps us to improve our approach as well.
Right, and today you're going to show us how to spin up clean architecture in under 5 minutes, is that right?
That's right, yeah. Look, a lot of the times when people first go to the Clean Architecture Solution template, which is this repo on GitHub, they might have trouble getting started. I've made the getting started experience as easy as possible, so I just want to demonstrate that now so you can do it for yourself. So you can see the URL here, github.com, Jason Taylor Dev Clean Architecture. And in actual fact, we don't even need to be here. We can do this from the command line. So let me show you. So here I am at the command line. Let's say we're going to create a new solution. We'll call it NDC Melbourne 2022. So let's jump into that directory. We're ready to go. Okay, so first thing we want to do is install the template. So it's a .NET Core project template, and we can actually install it from the command line. So if we go .NET New, install, and then the name of the template we want to install, clean.architecture.solution.template. So that'll either install or upgrade to the latest version. You can see that the latest version is 6.10. So now I'm in my NDC 2022 folder, and I'm ready to create my new NDC 2022 solution. Couldn't be easier. .NET New, CASLN. Press enter, done deal. So how do we get it up and running now that the solution's been created? So all we have to do is jump into the source directory, into the web UI directory, and hit .NET Run. That's it, and that's going to do something amazing. First, it's going to build the project, of course. It's going to restore the dependencies, but it's also going to restore the NPM packages for the Angular front end and build the Angular front end. Then what will happen is .NET Core launches Kestrel, and once that comes up, it'll pop up a browser for us, and the Angular app will then fire up. And it all happens as one command for us. So .NET Run starts it all.
Right, so simple as that. From the command line, you get running.
That's it.
Right.
Hopefully, it's still sitting there on .NET Run.
Right, so. Yes, let's hope it gets through it.
So we'll have to be patient. There we go.
There we go, okay, it's up. Cool.
Do you know why it took so long?
No, I'm not sure.
Because first build, it has to restore all of the Angular packages. Right, so it was actually doing an NPM install in the background for you, so you didn't have to worry about it. So it says here we're listening on localhost 5001. So I'm just going to control click that, and we'll see it come up. Now, something cool is going to happen now. It's going to fire up the Angular application. So you have a choice with this new template, and this is largely due to the work from the ASP.NET Core team and the SPA templates they've built. So you can either launch Angular, React, whatever it is you're doing yourself, or if you don't launch it, .NET Core will launch it for you. So that's what it's done there. And now that it's launched, you can see here's the home page. It's ready to go. This particular template is running on Angular 13 and .NET 6.
Right, so if I want to swap out for, say, React or Blazor or Vue, is that easy to do? Can I do that simply?
It is easy. Yeah, let's have a look at the code that sits behind it. So I'll leave it running in case we want to jump into it. But if we go back to code, /NDC Melbourne, and just zoom in, and we'll just run start NDC Melbourne. So that's just going to kick off whatever application is associated with a .SLN project, which in Windows, for me, Visual Studio 2022. So currently, this is an Angular application, and that's sitting inside of web UI. I'll zoom in here, and it sits in this client app folder, and that's just a regular Angular CLI application. Now, the ASP.NET Core team also includes a template for React with ASP.NET Core, so you've got another one out of the box that you can use that works in the same way. Now, if you wanted to, you could blow this client app away and replace it with NG-New, a new Angular application. But it's pretty light on in the way that it's kind of hosted within ASP.NET Core. If we look in web UI here, you can see there's a few elements that just detail how to start the SPA. So you can see here, it's going to run npm start. And of course, if you know Angular, React, we know we can run that for ourselves. And as I said, if you do that, it won't start it automatically for you. It will detect that it's running. And often that can be a more productive development experience for you to keep it running, maybe in Visual Studio Code, so it can do its own thing and you can focus on the back end and Angular can focus on the front end. So if you wanted to switch it out, really it's just about changing a few of these things and swapping out what's inside of Client App. And that was one of the goals that the ASP.NET Core team, they wanted to make it easier to get started. So they've done that with the Angular template and the React template, but the approach that they've used means it'll also be easier for things like Vue or Aurelia or whatever other front end you might be using.
Awesome. That's really cool, Jason. Thanks for taking us through clean architecture in under 5 minutes.
No worries.
And I'm Piers from SSW, signing off.
Thank you.